Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Yeah, today I got my totes all installed here, and I also have to quickly cover the guessing game from yesterday, because I had a few people that responded to it, and got quite a few good answers. All right, and I said there was 6 differences, and there was actually more than 6, but 6 that I actually intended to be changes. Number 1, the shelf that had all my rock samples on it is gone. All right. Number 2, the area from the shower over to the rack was cleaned out, and all of the lumber and that stuff was all moved around to the other side of the containers. All right. Number 3, yes, I painted the container. And let me tell you about that paint while I'm at it. I was saving up paint that was given to me. And as over the years, as time went on, I was a little bit tough on what colors I would take. But I took whites, grays, tans, browns, anything in that nature. And then when I was ready, I started mixing it in 2 5-gallon pails yesterday. And that's the color I came out with. And I know from here with the camera, it might look gray, but it is actually tan. And I saved some of the paint on a white cardboard, one of the halfway liners that comes out of a 30-pack of beer. And that's so that if I ever have to match that color, I can take it into Home Depot or one of the paint stores and have them computer match that color so that I can go back and touch up. Now, hope the wind isn't too bad. The other thing was that I was trying to match the color of the sliding glass door frame. And as you can see, I didn't really do such a bad job on that. And I was just eyeballing it. I don't have a computer to do all of that with. So it was just an eyeball job. But came out good, in my opinion. I'm happy with it, and I'll live with it. All right. So we were at what? Number 1, 2, and 3 was the paint thing. Okay. What else did I do? Heck, I forgot. Let's get to today's, because I'm running out of time here. I got to limit these down to about 5 minutes because of my bandwidth until the 13th when it all renews. So, but okay, I got my totes in here, and this is the way I set this one up. I like this method better. I used the cinder block as 2 walls. That was old cinder block I got from my friend Bill that I had over at my compost, and I didn't need all of those, so I brought some up here and I did that side. I had to go buy this side, so I actually got 8 of the 8/8/16s and 2 of the 8/8/8s, because in the center I put them just a half block. I didn't have to put a full block in there, and I didn't realize it, but I should have gone with a full block, because the half blocks are 10 cents more a piece than the full blocks. Imagine that. Anyway, these are just the cutoffs from the 4x4s that I have underneath that are supporting this. And rule of thumb for support, you take the number of the boards that you're talking about, like 4x4. Okay, and you add those together. 4 plus 4 is 8 feet. So the maximum span for support on that, rule of thumb, would be 8 feet. And I'm only doing 80 inches, so I'm okay. 16 inches short of 8 feet. So I have 3 of them in there, and that's what I did. Okay, I changed the design on this from the other one. I came out of here, went right into an elbow, came straight across, put a T here, and then came straight out with my hose connection. All right, and this is my single shut off for both containers, because this is rainwater collection and I'll be draining that off down. And the reason I did it this way, because I didn't want something sticking out here that I could catch myself on, or when I'm moving stuff in and out through here, I could hook up on that stuff. All right, so that's about all I can do for today. We're at 5.5 minutes. I'll try to get something in for tomorrow and go from there. I think I'm gonna work on getting the wheel off of there. And for Andy, I know he watches my videos. Here's a little funny tidbit. You remember when we hooked a trailer up down at your cousin's place, and we're hauling it away, and I had you all back testing the lights after I hooked them up in the back of my van. And you said, nope, nothing's working. I said, well, I guess we'll have to live with the lights on the van to haul it back up here. Well, I was sitting on the porch here today at lunch having a nice cold water, and I got to looking down, and I looked over here and I said, oh, so we had to use the 6-pin for your connection, and I have it here, and I also have the 4-pin here for a connection. But the 6-pin doesn't work until you plug the 4-pin into the 4-pin. That's why we didn't have lights on the trailer. All right, but we got it up here anyway. And we took it nice and slow, 55 in the right-hand lane. And we're worried about that bearing. I'm still worried about that bearing. So I'm going to pull that wheel and see what I've got going in there. And I got to thinking, what it could be is this thing has a hydraulic manual pull cable brakes on it for a getaway trailer or a runaway trailer. And I'm wondering if the cable was actually rusted and pulled on that side, and that might be what was causing the problem. It was just heating up the drum, not the bearing. But we'll see. I'll pull that wheel and see what's going on it. All right, that's it for today, everybody. G Bear signing off.